tell y'all about how he used them
Alright.
in his bodybuilding.
Nice to meet y'all. My name is Josh Gilliam. I'm a professional bodybuilder here on campus. And how many of us in here work out on a regular? No way, man. Nah, let's play with you. So go ahead and get your pens and your paper out. Let me give y'all some really good information, because I know a lot of people ask a lot of questions as to what I should eat, what kind of supplements I should take, and this, that, and the other. So seriously, go ahead and get your pen and paper out. Let me give y'all some good information. So first off, I see that they have protein up here. Does anybody in here know how many grams of protein you need per pound of body weight to maintain muscle mass? You said what? 0.8. Who said that? Yeah, 0.8. And then to be able to, that's just to maintain. So if you weigh,
Recommended daily allowance.
recommended daily allowance. So if you have a male that weighs 170 pounds and he's trying to maintain 170 pounds of lean mass, 0.8 grams of protein is going to be what he needs. Anything above that, usually in bodybuilding, what we recommend is a pound to a pound and a half, or a gram to a gram and a half per pound of body weight. I usually, in my off season, I take about 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So I'm taking in about, oh no, not about 2 grams, but about a pound or a gram and a half. So I'm taking in about 280 to 290 grams of protein in my off season. And then when I'm cutting down, what I'm doing is I'm taking in about 230. That's what I'm doing right now. So protein is your main base, your supplement that you need. And I always recommend that when you're taking protein, that needs to be added on taking or eating natural foods, whole foods, your chicken, your steak, your fish. When you're trying to add muscle mass on, I would always recommend that you balance between all three, fish, chicken, and steak. But like I said, protein is the main thing that you need because that's what builds muscle. Second to that is going to be your carbohydrates. They have carbohydrates in the form of supplements because what it does is that's going to fuel you throughout your workouts. It's going to be able to make you be able to get a pump. It puts glycogen in your muscles. We know about glycogen, right? So it puts glycogen in your muscles. Certain other things like glutamine and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys know about glutamine, but glutamine will be able, it helps with preserving your muscle mass. It helps with recovering your cells, being able to help you recover. I know all the fellas in here know about creatine. Creatine?
Yep.
Anybody in here use creatine? Nobody in here use creatine. What are some of the bad things you've heard about creatine?
Man, if you don't drink enough water, you might mess up your kidneys.
Bad for your liver? Okay. Well, I've been taking creatine on and off for about, I'd say about 5 to 6 years. I've never had any problems with it. I do think that it's good to have water. You have to drink a lot of water. I usually drink about 2 gallons a day, but you need a lot of water with anything you take. Protein, creatine, anything that you take, literally you need a lot of water because when you're putting supplements in your body, that's literally to supplement your body. You can't only take in supplements without eating your whole foods and stuff like that. So pretty much protein's your base, carbohydrates is what's gonna fuel you, and then if you don't have enough carbohydrates, that's when you start kicking in and burning your fats. So other supplements like creatine, testosterone boosters. Does anybody know about L-arginine, L-citrulline malate, stuff like that? What do you know about L-arginine?
I mean, I've just read about it in chemistry.
So L-arginine is going to be able to help you have vasodilation. So what that's going to be doing is when you're working out, it's going to be able to help you get a pump. So how many of us know what a pump is in here? Nobody? I'm speaking Japanese to y'all. Okay, so so bodybuilders, what we do is we try to get a pump. So when I'm in there, I'm lifting, I'm squeezing, and I'm holding it, and I'm curling, and I'm squeezing, and I'm holding it. So as the veins start to come out and the muscle starts to expand and the blood starts to gorge into the muscle, that's what we call a pump. And the pump isn't the main thing that causes hypertrophy, but that is what I kind of gauge it off of when it gives you pain and stuff like that, because that's just pretty much you're stretching the fascia out and the muscle tissue. And the fascia is that little line between the muscle and the external surface of the skin. So pretty much the pump is what you need, and L-arginine is what helps to be able to achieve a pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and like lay everything out. So some people in here, have you heard of football players that like get up and just go to practice, they don't eat anything? If you just wake up and you just go at it like that, you're not prepping your body to be able to do and perform as it needs to perform. So better nutrition equals better workouts equals pretty much better performance on the game day. And in my situation, that equals a better performance when I'm on my stage and bodybuilding shows. So I'm having my breakfast, and I eat about 3 to 5 meals a day. So after I have my breakfast, I'll have a protein bar, I'll have a banana. A banana has about 24 grams of carbohydrates. So I have my banana, and then I'll also, lunch, I'll usually have about 8 to 12 ounces of chicken breast, and I'll have my cup to cup and a half of broccoli, and then a half cup of brown rice. And then after that, I just continue to eat my meals throughout the day. I usually train about 5 or 6. So if you get what I'm saying here, what I do is I pretty much base all my food around what I need to be eating for the day to be able to help me have a good workout. And then throughout the day, I take my L-arginine pills, which is gonna put the blood in my muscles. And then I also, when I'm taking my pre-workout, does anybody know about pre-workouts like NO Explode and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know about NO Explode pre-workouts? Pre-workouts, it has pretty much, it has everything you need in it. It has your L-arginine, it has your beta-alanine, it has your creatine, it has everything that you need in it. It has all your caffeine and all that to give you your energy before you work out. So I take my pre-workout, but one thing I do is I also put salt in my pre-workout, my Morton salt. Does anybody know why I do that?
It makes you like crave water.
You said what?
It'll make you like crave water.
Nah, I don't. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, it kind of will, but, yeah, well, I put salt in it because salt has sodium and potassium. Sodium-potassium pump is what helps me get a pump. Usually when I'm cutting, I don't have to put as much salt in my pre-workouts because I have, when you're eating more carbs, that gives you more blood volume. More blood volume gives you the ability to achieve a greater pump in the gym. When I start cutting the carbs out, that's when I start losing my water weight and stuff like that, and then I start losing the water out of my muscles, and I'm not putting as much glycogen in my muscles. So when I'm not putting as much glycogen in my muscles, I need something to fuel that. I need something to compensate for that. So I put salt. So what that helps is that puts water in my muscles, and that helps achieve a greater blood volume. And then I'm able to achieve somewhat of the same pump, not quite as great, but like I said, carbohydrates, you know, hands down, I recommend that everybody takes in a good amount of carbohydrates. Whole food carbohydrates, not like Skittles and Twinkies and stuff like that. That's not stuff that you can eat and expect to have good workouts. You can fit that stuff in, but that's another conversation for another day. But so then, is there any other things you guys wanted to know about as far as supplements? Fellas, ladies?
Does it cost you more money, like, to buy the stuff that you need to eat, as in, like, a regular person would?
Yeah, it does. It most definitely does. Because I can go through, I usually can go through about 10 to 15 pounds of meat in a week. So that's usually, my grocery bill is usually about $200. So yeah.
You said what? $200 a week?
$200 a week. The main thing, so protein is my number one. Since protein is your base, protein is what I need to build muscle. It's easy to buy carbs. I mean, to be honest, if I want, I can go buy, if you get like white rice or jasmine rice, that's like $2.34. So I can get like 2 or 3 of those, that's only like, you know, $4 to $6. Protein is gonna be anywhere from, let's say you're talking about steak, you're talking about getting up into $20 and $30. And that's only like 5 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So then you're talking about spending $60 to $80 just in protein. So protein is your main base that you need. It's expensive. It is expensive. So when I get a lot of students around campus and a lot of just students and people in general that hit me up for like nutrition plans and stuff like that, I'm just kind of like, well, do you stay on campus? And they're kind of like, yeah. And I'm just like, well, you know, it's kind of hard to do that if you stay on campus because you're pretty much going to be eating the calf food and you don't know what kind of nutrient value it has in it. Usually they might have like, you know, it's just not, you don't really know what it has. And a lot of college students don't really know that you really, to be able to get in the kind of shape that I do when I get ready for my shows, or to be able to just achieve a good shape in general, you need to really be paying attention to a lot of stuff that you eat. A lot of people, once you convert to this lifestyle, it makes it a little bit more difficult because you worry about what you're putting in your body. So for instance, if you drink a soda, what do you think? If you're drinking a regular Dr. Pepper, what do you think? It's good, right? So you think, all right, so you thinking it's good. But when I'm drinking the soda, I'm sitting there thinking like, man, this is like 80 grams of carbs. You know what I'm saying? Wasted carbs just going in my body. I'm not working out, and then it's just like fat. And then you just keep, the average American adds a pound of fat per month for the rest of their life. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I can keep going, but that's pretty much it.
Thank you. I'm sure he has